a better offseason, and then featuring James Bradberry, A.J. Brown, Jordan Davis, and Hassan Reddick in a post from the NFL Network asking, did the Eagles win the offseason? And I thought to myself, after lavishing praise on Howie Roseman and the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday, I thought to myself, don't get too ahead of yourself here. Don't get too excited. You know what happens when you start getting excited about an Eagles offseason? You set the bar a little too high for yourself. Disappointment is what follows, and it hurts. It hurts all our hearts. But the Eagles are making just great moves. And it's not just they're adding talent left and right and willy-nilly and all that stuff. It's all stuff that they needed to address, whether that was through the draft or whether that was through free agency, whether that was through trade, whatever it was, these are all holes that the Eagles needed to plug. The Eagles needed that outside linebacker / edge rusher that they could have at the end of the defensive line or coming off the edge as a linebacker, and they got that in Hassan Reddick. They went and they got a linebacker like Nakobe Dean in the draft, who hopefully will fulfill a lot of the prophecies many people have for them and just completely being shocked about how far he fell. They obviously went out there and got Jordan Davis to help plug up the middle of that defensive line and help the future. Speaking of the future, second round, Cam Jurgens, okay, fine. Wasn't Nakobe Dean, but still a guy that looks like he's going to be a hell of a player. And then they also trade on draft day during the first round of the draft for A.J. Brown. What? You mean they got a bigger body wide receiver, one to complement a guy like our beloved Devontae Smith? Way to go, Howie. And then most recently, they go out there and they get James Bradberry. They needed another corner. They did not address that spot in the draft. And now, Howie Roseman, ladies and gentlemen, could be even more greedy. As it appears, Jessie Bates of the Cincinnati Bengals could be on the trading block, as he doesn't look like he's going to be showing up for anything over there in Cincinnati. An all-pro safety. Did I say safety? Yes, I said safety. What's the last remaining piece the Eagles haven't gone out there and upgraded in this offseason? Is it the safety position? And one of the best safeties in the league could become available via trade? Howie right now is lurking in the weeds, waiting to pounce on a deal for Jessie Bates. Now, the names that come up are the names that you've been hearing all throughout the offseason, even around the NFL draft, as far as names the Eagles could be parting with to try to upgrade their roster. Andre Dillard is one of those names. Jalen Reagor is one of those names. More picks obviously could be thrown into the bunch there. If you're able to get Jessie Bates, this is the most complete offseason the Eagles have had ever. Ever. And it's a far different feeling than the feeling you had in 2011 when a certain someone said that the Eagles were a team that was I don't want to say it and jinx the world. The Eagles were a team that you think about while you're asleep. That do it? Is that vague enough? Is that not saying it enough to not jinx it? Knock on wood. I'll do that too to erase all bad juju. What Howie has done to this point this offseason has been incredible. If he adds that final piece and makes that final piece such a talented final piece, an aggressive final piece like Jessie Bates, let there be no more slander directed at the great Howie Roseman. We will speak nothing but praises and sing praises regarding the great Howie Roseman. Already impressing the hell out of a lot of people, making a lot of haters, myself included. Credit where credit's due, as I was saying yesterday. Myself included, have a nice little big old crow pie and just be stuffing my face with all the crow in the world. But what you got from Howie Roseman so far this offseason has been amazing. And the fact that the reports are already out there about him possibly wanting more let you know that he's still there, lurking in the weeds for Jessie Bates. You tell me, as I was saying yesterday, with the great list of names that we just showed you with the NFL Network lavishing praise on Howie Roseman and the Eagles win the offseason. And I was thinking about this yesterday, even before the Jessie Bates stuff, before I saw the Jessie Bates stuff. I was saying, there's no championships won in May. There's no championships awarded in June or July or even August or, Mr. Training Camp, whoever gets crowned that this year. Last year it was Zach McPherson, friend of the show, Zach McPherson. But for me, I was thinking, there's the old cliche, there's no championships awarded then. But man, If there were, if there was an Executive of the Year, Executive of the Offseason award, Howie Roseman would be stacking them up in his office there at the NovaCare Complex in South Philadelphia, right there.